To give us the keynote address, let us welcome David Almirol, Undersecretary for eGovernment, Department of Information and Communication Technology.
Good morning, everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces here, especially from our friends from MOSIP. I'm sure most of you traveled from different places. Welcome here in Metro Manila. And I'm also ecstatic to be with my fellow public servants, our very hardworking and very passionate Undersecretary Dr. Dennis Mapa. We've been really dreaming and talking a lot of possibilities. How could we expand the national ID here in the Philippines with a lot of use cases? And I'm also very accelerated to know that a data scientist, a good friend of mine, JP Acuña, joined also the government to also empower the use cases for the DSWD. So I just prepared, we prepared around 3,000 slides, so I hope you are okay. And Naga told me that I have only 20 minutes to speak, so I think I can only finish like 10 of them. Okay, so, all right, so I'm not gonna speaking all of the things that we're doing at the DICT, but I want us to, for you to, I think the clicker. All right. Okay. I want us to start with all of these challenges. I'm sure you are fully aware of all of those. When we start doing a lot of use cases, and we encountered a lot of issues, to be honest with you. And this is not just technical, but also political. And siloed systems everywhere. Turf war in the government is also one of the biggest issue. Infrastructure, data privacy, upskilling, interoperability, you name it. And all of these issues, we laid down why we're failing in the past. Why we can't do it. Why we start something but everything's like collapsing after a couple of years. And as a software programmer myself, as a software engineer myself, as a hard coder myself, I don't do the front end immediately. I always focus on the back end, meaning a foundational play. So let's start from zero. Let's start with how we're gonna create that strong foundation so that everything we build on top of it will not collapse again. So this is our accomplishment for the past 2 years after the fixing of a lot of things, especially the foundational play. And the national ID is actually the most significant stride that we've done in the Philippines. The success of the national ID is also the success of interoperability in the Philippines. The success of the national ID is also the success of hundreds of government agencies repeating so many things. You know, imagine if you go to like 1,800 websites and dozens of mobile apps in the government, and you have to repetitively enter your information, your first name, your last name, your middle name, submit documents, submit documentation, repeatedly. So we're implementing a so-called once-only policy. If the data is entered somewhere, it should stay there, it should be managed there, protected there, and that should be integrated everywhere. And we don't want to allow any other agency again to repeat the process. It's called the once-only policy. So this will not just expedite and simplify processes, but this will also create a lot of use cases. So imagine the national ID, you already have the identity verification, authentication. So meaning why we need again to conduct biometrics again to other agencies, why we need again to allow citizens to submit again demographics, why we need again to give forms and allow people to go to thousands of websites just to enter again this bloody information. So why not maximize the use of the national ID? And that's what we've done in the Philippines. A year ago, we launched a so-called data exchange platform. And part of the success story of the data exchange platform, right now we have 25 platforms at DICT. These are all in-house developed by the DICT. So as a programmer, I assembled my first research and development team at the DICT. And for the first time, we have now the technical muscle. Okay, we have now the technology muscle and the capacity not just to develop things, but to implement and integrate things. In the past, everyone is talking to everyone, meaning it's too noisy. You know, if you allow agencies to do integration one by one and thousands of APIs, and then they call it digital transformation. And if you allow government agencies to just beautify their front end, creating a beautiful website, but they don't fix the back end, and then they call it digital transformation. I call that digital pretension, because you're just beautifying the front end, but you're not fixing the back end. Imagine a very nice Ferrari car, a nice one, but you're hiding the fact that there's someone, doing the cycling, at the back because it's powered by a bicycle engine. You know what I mean? And that is the reason why we go down and we focus more on the foundational play. And the best use case that we have here is actually our data exchange platform that we launched May of 2023. The data exchange platform is actually the very foundation of almost all government systems that we're doing now in the Philippines, especially in the government. Meaning government agencies can now talk to one another without seeing each other, in compliance of both data privacy and cybersecurity. And we have, as to date, we already have 440 million transactions now using our data exchange platform. This is a whole of government approach. This is a process simplification model and interoperability and integration by design, not repeating so many integrations moving forward. And take note, as we do things, it should be cybersecurity secured already. Sometimes we're trying to put dogs and putting gates to a small house or an old house, but we forgot to fix the house itself. So what we do now is we build things, we fix the house, so that we don't need any more dogs and gates. These are more efficient, most cost efficient in a moving forward strategy. Sustainability and continuity is also part of our activity. That's why we would like the national ID to be the foundation of our digitalization. A whole of government approach is actually being implemented. And take note that whatever you build on top should be in a strong foundation. If you allow vertical solutions to be built anywhere without fixing the foundation, everything will collapse later on. So imagine that on that foundation, national ID is actually there. So meaning if the SWD will build their system on top of it, if finance will build on top of it, if financial institutions will build on top of it, if schools and universities will build on top of it, if all government agencies, including local government units, GOCCs, will build on top of it, they will benefit underneath. Yeah? So we have 25 platforms that we're able to launch, and 21 of them are now live. So we're just fixing 4 more. These are the 25 platforms. I'm not going to speak all of the 25 platforms today. I'm going to focus on the digital national ID and the national ID E-Verify that we launched and we co-developed and launched together with PSA, our team, joined forces, and of course with the help of MOSIP team as well. And we thank MOSIP for their very proactive engagement to this. It's quite a painful journey because, I think hopefully we could be the best new practice moving forward. And next month, there are countries visiting us. In fact, on June, around 12 countries visiting the Philippines to learn how we're able to do it. And we're proud to say, because of this joint collaboration between government agencies, the PSA, the DSWD, and also MOSIP, I think we are trying, or we're able to do something unique. Unique, I might not call it as a best practice, because best practice can be vetted by multiple government agencies and countries. But one thing I can tell you, it's effective. It's working. We made it working, and that's actually the most important thing. Out of the 25 platforms, we have 5 core solutions or core platforms in the Department of Information and Communication Technology. And this is the backbone of our digital transformation initiatives in the Philippines. And these are all powered by the national ID, by the way, just to inform you. Without the success story of the national ID, we're not able to launch the data exchange platform, the eGovDX, to simplify interoperability and integration. That's number one. The second one is the eGov Super App that we have. I hope you're able to download that. Actually, foreigners can download the eGov Super App. This will integrate thousands of government systems in a single app. You don't need, again, to repeat the registrations and processes. That's also powered by our digital national ID. In fact, if you're a Filipino, you don't need to submit anything if you download the app. You don't need to screenshot or upload documents. You don't need that, because we have the eGov AI connected to our eGov Data Exchange platform, powered by the national ID, and we have the anti-deepfake AI, and you don't need to submit anything. The system will know if you are a Filipino or not. And the system will know if you are the person or not. And the system will know also if you're just using deepfake AIs to be someone else. I hope you're able to try that using the system later on. The third one is the success story of our eGov chain, the first government blockchain that we're able to establish. Take note, we don't have yet the full blockchain technology, but we're able to establish the first node. The moment we're able to establish the second and third node, this year, we can now claim that hopefully we might be the first country to really initiated a real decentralized ledgering system using a blockchain technology, meaning we don't have to worry about alteration, we don't have to worry about cybersecurity and data breaches moving forward, and that is a cybersecurity by design. Fourth one is our eGov AI. If you use the eGov Super App, you can click the eGov AI and please play with it. That's already connected to Vertex, connected to OpenAI, connected also to Gemini, connected also to Identity AI. That's actually powered by the national ID again. And to create a tamed AI, it should be identified. Users should be identified, and that's actually powered by the national ID again, to avoid abuse, to make sure that we have this regulated AI usage moving forward. And lastly, the eGov Pay. So this is also the payment system that's actually being implemented now together with the Department of Finance to fully automate the collection system of the government all throughout the bureaucracy. So right now, we already implemented this to dozens of government agencies and hundreds of local government agencies to also protect our citizens against scams, money laundering, protect also against different kinds of financial illegal activities. And the national ID is again the foundation of that activity. I don't want to explain this anymore. I'm sure you know what this means. In the past, everyone is talking to everyone. No e-governance in the picture. But now we have a very simplistic way of doing things here. We allow government agencies to digitalize on their own. It's their duty and their mandate to digitalize on their own. But it's their duty to integrate with all of the digital platforms that we build, meaning the DICT will build common systems, and it should not be repeated by any other agency. And their job is to integrate. And as they do their own thing, they are required to integrate also to other agencies that they need their data. So it's an interoperability simplification. That's what we're doing now. Of course, we provide also cloud services, upskilling, and in the Philippines, there are still locations that we don't have. We're having hard time accessing internet connectivity, around 20% to 24%. So we're also addressing that by providing a free Wi-Fi or free connectivity. Hopefully, we're able to do that before the end of this administration. We have 5 e-government pillars at the DICT. The first one, the DICT is the only agency that will be implementing common system. We develop and implement common system. And moving forward, we don't allow any more other agencies to do the same. Because if everyone is trying to do the same things, we waste a lot of resources, we waste a lot of time, and we will mess up interoperability. That's number one. The second one, we're meeting one by one government agency. We have a bureau under the DICT called Government Digital Transformation Bureau. So our job is to guide government agency what to do and what not to do, and they need to comply. The third one, we also guide local government agencies because they are the grassroots agencies. In the past, the local government don't communicate to the national government, and they're doing data capture there. Imagine if those LGUs don't share data to the national government will suffer. So we need also to fix data gathering down to the grassroots. Example for the birth certificate, death certificate, marriage certificate, business permit, and so on and so forth. So as they enter data there, national government should not repeat anymore the data encoding or data entry. It should be fully automated. That's why we guide also both national and local government. Fourth one, we provide cloud service now to our government agencies. In the past, we allowed them to have their own respective budgets. And guess what? They're not able to utilize it, interoperability issues, costly implementation, maintenance, and also backup services, and so on and so forth. When we arrive, we only have 183 government systems hosted in our eGov cloud. And now, after 2 years, you know how many? We're hosting already 2,254 government systems in our eGov cloud services. And guess what? We're able to save 60% of our expenses in terms of cloud services because we know how to optimize, and we only provide them what they need so that it will not be abused. And we're able to optimize a lot of things. And lastly, the ISSP, or the Information Systems Plan, where they need to submit first what they need to us, and we need to review and endorse that before they can have their own respective budget. So this is actually a very impactful learning in our initiative. The ISSP is so-called Information Systems Strategic Plan, meaning before they can initiate a certain information systems project, they need first to go to the ICT, submit what they need, and then we have to review it. Example, Project 1, how much they need, why they need it. Project 2, how much they need, why they need it. And we're allowed to tell Project 1, don't do this because we're doing that already. Project 2, you do this, but ready your system. Your data is needed by other agencies to ready your data because other agencies need that. And then project number 3, you do this, you implement this, but don't repeat the data because the data is already with other agency, you integrate. So that is actually interoperability assistance that we're now doing here in the Philippines. Now let's go to the main topic. The digital or the national ID. This is actually a journey that even me, I'm very ecstatic and happy to announce that we're able now to generate 84 million digital national IDs out of the 92 million captured by the PSA. So meaning, with this digital national ID, Filipinos can now benefit or can now have the advantage of not submitting anything anymore in the government. They don't need anymore to physically fall in line to premises just to prove that they are the person. Because of the digital national ID that actually co-developed by PSA and the DICT, we're able now to have use cases for more than 100 million transactions already using the digital national ID. Allow me to show you how it works. We're able to generate the digital ID from the clean data of PSA. So meaning this is a full authenticated, deduplicated data, meaning this is fully accurate between agencies to agencies integration later on. Why government agencies need to fall in line again to driver's license and do the biometrics again? Why Filipinos need to go again to Department of Foreign Affairs later on just to fall in line and do again the biometrics again for passport? Why Filipinos need to fall in line again to hundreds of government agencies just to submit again their biometrics again? We already have the national ID. Meaning, digitally speaking, we can do now a certain integration without repeating again the process. No matter what kind of types of data of IDs, First one, you can use the physical card. It's okay. Once you go to the bank, you can show your card. Once they scan it, there's an authentication system that they can capture the data for verification, but they can still do the biometrics or face recognition before it proceeds. Meaning the banks or agencies don't need again to enter data because the full data exchange is fully automated. Now I can also see my digital driver's license in my super app. I can see my digital driver's license. I did not anymore go to driver's license and physically present there to apply and renew the driver's license. That's contactless. I did that while having my coffee at home. And that's the intention of moving forward. We have the paper form that we temporarily submit because we have issues of submitting physical cards in the past. But PCI issued already around 50 million, more than 50 million physical cards already, and they're doing that nonstop until we were able to provide physical cards to our citizens. The third one, we have the super app that you can use. Without physical card, it's okay. You have a mobile phone with you. So you can use your mobile phone, your digital national ID can be accessed there. And once you show your QR code to any banks, once they scan your QR code, they cannot get your data. You receive a consent-based notification. Are you sure you want to share your data to this bank? Are you sure you want to share this data to this company? Are you sure you want to share your data to this person? And then they cannot get your data. The moment you click yes, and then you do the face recognition, then the data will be fully automatedly shared to them. So we're giving back the data sharing power to the people. Not the government will be the one to share data of everyone. It's the person who owns the data will share the data to someone. And we have the digital national ID. If you forget it, you can just memorize your PCN number or digital ID, walk without anything with you. Okay? Without phone, without card, without paper, just you. The fourth one, you can also show your old IDs because in the Philippines, you know how many IDs we have in the past? We have 45 IDs in the past. But moving forward, little by little, we are eliminating all of these IDs so that in the future, we only use one ID, just the national ID. But the beauty of the digital ID, the moment you submit a fake ID, let's say you have a fake driver's license or fake senior citizen or fake whatever ID, the moment that they use that and enter the information in our API system, the system will know, wait a minute, you are not that person. So we can now finally identify fake IDs using the digital IDs integration that we have. And lastly, it's so-called just show yourself technology. That's the sixth one. Meaning you don't need to bring anything with you. Let's say if you're a farmer, you don't have a phone, you don't have connectivity, you lost your card, you lost your paper, but I am registered to PSA. I can physically go to a bank and tell to the bank, I am David Almirol. I do the fingerprinting there or face recognition, the data will automatically, encoded in their system. If I am a farmer and I go to the SWD because I am in a power plant area, no connectivity and so on and so forth, no mobile phone because I am poor. So what I can do, I just go to the SW and tell, sir, I am a farmer. I need to receive financial assistance. I just mention my name and I do the fingerprint. The SWD will know, okay, you are the real David Almirol. Now here's your support, your financial support. So this is a full automation that we are now doing in the Philippines using the National ID E-Verify. And as of date, we already have 119 million use cases already using our national ID, powered by our national ID E-Verify. And we already have 45 million use case via the eGov data exchange platform as of February of 2025. We're not able to do this. In fact, if you enter the airport using the e-travel system, if you are a Filipino, the system can also see if you are just stealing someone else's identity because the e-travel system is now integrated also with the national ID. Okay, so we can identify now those Filipinos that someone took over their information, maybe a farmer, and then someone tried to be someone else, yeah? And we're happy to say that after a year of the grand launch of our eGov super app, we already have 11 million verified users with 119 million eGov use cases. We're able to integrate 75 national government systems in it with the 927 local government systems. Right now, as of date, we have 1,100 government systems integrated in our eGov super app. I hope you're able to use that. You try to explore. In fact, in the super app, you can access your contributions, you can access your health, you can apply for jobs, you can click tourism, you can also see your loans, you can see your pension, your health benefits, you can access your digital driver's license, you can access also your professional license, you can access your benefits, your beneficiaries, you can access your pension. I hope you're able to explore the power of the first eGovernment super app that we're able to implement and establish a year ago. Right now, we have around more than 120 million use cases. Imagine a Filipino without going to this traffic just to go to a certain government agency to process government document. Now they can do that at the comfort of their home using the eGov super app without submitting again data, because the eGov super app is also powered by our national ID. We're now establishing our DICT Innovation Hub. It will be done by June. I hope you're able to visit that before the end of the year. It's a beautiful innovation hub where you can see real-time all 25 platforms. And you can also see all of the use cases in live environment. You can see how many banks are using it. You can see how many government agencies are using it and who are the ones trying to hack it and so on and so forth. And we're able to monitor that in a real-time environment, including our cloud services and 25 platforms. Yeah, so this is our journey in the Philippines, and we're not saying that we're perfect. In fact, we're still facing a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, especially in terms of legacy systems, because we cannot anymore enhance these legacies. We need to replace them. So we're planning into a migration process. We entice government agencies to migrate from an old non-interoperability capable systems into a new one. And we're happy to say that after 2 years, 2022, we've seen a lot of growth in terms of digitalization index. We're able to jump 16 spot. In our e-participation index in the United Nations, we are number 80th before out of 193 countries. Now we are number 49th. So we're able to surpass 31 countries so far. And we're happy to say that even in the Global Innovation Index, we're able to jump from 59th to 53rd. So it's not easy, to be honest with you. And we need to battle all the giants and demons sometimes just to make this happen. But one thing I can assure you, that if we're able to merge forces together, when we saw the strength of MOSIP, and why not join force and make this happen? And I hope that the world can see also our strength in the Philippines, and we wanted also to join forces with you. We can do co-development, we can do collaboration together, capacity building. We're willing to learn from you, and I hope you can also learn from us. And in the recent Asia-Pacific Digitalization Index, we're happy to say that we are now number 6. So we're able to scale up. So thank you so much, and I hope you're able to learn from our difficult journey. I'm not saying easy journey, it's a difficult journey. And thank you for the partnership, MOSIP team, and for your patience of doing online meetings all the time with your team. In fact, they also bring their technical team here just to assist us. And somehow they said they also learn from what we've done here. I think learning from one another will modify and enhance our technology despite of all the birth pains that we encountered in the past. So thank you so much. So if you would like to collaborate with us, that's my QR code so we can communicate to one another. Thank you. God bless you. And as our President always mentioned, nandito na ang bagong Pilipinas, meaning now we have a new Philippines. Thank you.